So picture this conversation between two middle-aged guys talking about what middle-aged guys talk about, which means receding hairline and expanding waistline and loss of virility. At any rate, my friend says to me, so, is there anything in your life that you feel passionate about? Well, I got to admit that the question kind of stumps me because being a good Midwestern boy, passion was not exactly something that we talked about. You know, it was akin to boastfulness, which means it made it on that sin scale, somewhere next to card playing and dancing. But the more I thought about it, the easier the answer came. And I said, yeah, there is something I feel passionate about. Gardening. Of course, my friend was incredulous. Gardening? He said, gardening? He said, gardening is so self-centered. Well, I thought about it. He had a point, I suppose, but I didn't like the alternative too much. And then it hit me. I remember the first time when I really knew I was a gardener. I mean, when I really knew for the first time I was a gardener. And I realized that for the first time in my life, I was completely non-self-conscious, non-self-centered. I mean, the irony is that for the first time in my life, I cared about something bigger than my own little petty issues. Gardening wasn't something I did. Gardening was something that was done unto me. For the first time in my life, I cared about wind and rain. I cared about pesticides and water, safe drinking water. I cared about trees, and I cared about parks and sanctuaries for children and generations to come. I cared about a world bigger than just me. And my questions started to change. I didn't ask people, hey, what do you do? I started asking them, what fuels you? What are you passionate about? What feeds your soul? I mean, it's different for you. For me, it's gardening. For you, it might be music, conversations with friends, cooking, jogging, building old furniture. Whatever it is, I know that it makes life worth living. Abraham Heschel said it best, Lord, I don't want to know the reason for it all. I want to see the wonder of it all. Well, being practical, having hobbies, yeah, that'll keep you breathing. But being passionate about something, now that'll keep you alive.